guys, welcome back. So I have another tutorial for you guys about uncrossing, block busting, removing negativity, things like that. A little easy spell that you can do. And this is very important because even after we do a spiritual bath or some type of other strong cleansing, there can still be energetic debris left over, like blockages in our path, crossed conditions, bad luck, etc. Just kind of lingering around, and this is a really good working to do to kind of clear out your path so that blessings and good stuff can come in. And this is super easy, super beginner friendly. I have a white figure candle because I am doing this for a client, but you guys can use whatever gender you are, or you can also just use a regular white candle. Okay, you can also use purple or black, whatever color calls out to you, but I'm just using white because it's easy, it's simple, and in my head, it represents cleansing and peace, okay? I also have my herbs and my mortar and pestle, which I'll go over with you in a minute. This is my uncrossing oil. This is handmade by me. I strained it, I got all the herbs out of it, except for a little bit. That's actually a eucalyptus pod right there. Eucalyptus is very, very powerful when it comes to uncrossing. But this has eucalyptus, peppermint oil, lemongrass oil, a bunch of other like cool ingredients in it. And then I also have my block busting powder. And this has more hot ingredients like cayenne pepper, chili powder, marigolds, chamomile, paprika, what else? Black pepper, like the hot, fiery stuff. So that way we have the cool ingredients and the hot to keep it balanced. I also, when I do block busting, I make sure to put lavender and chamomile in it, because if you just go in with the straight up hot ingredients like cayenne pepper and whatnot, it can cause chaos. So I like to put something a little bit more neutral and peaceful and tranquil in there in the powder to kind of balance things out. And plus the eucalyptus and the uncrossing herbs will help balance this out as well, but I still want that speed and strength of the hot pepper and all of that. And then just to show you guys how to put the petition underneath your spell, I just have a piece of brown paper, and then I have a paper plate so that I can, after I coat my candle in the oil, I can roll it in herbs, okay? But I actually have to go out and get a white plate before I can light this spell up, so I'm just going to be showing you guys how to prepare the candle, okay? And in my mortar and pestle, I have eucalyptus, marigold, hoja de santa, and yerba buena, and these are some super easy ingredients to get from your local like Latin or Mexican supermarket. They are kitchen herbs, so they should be pretty easy to find. And chamomile is in here too. I don't know if I said that, but chamomile is very good for removing jinxes and hexes when it comes to love and money and health. Eucalyptus is good for cleansing. Marigold is good for attracting spirit guides and kind of calling on their help. Hoja de santa is good for removing bad spirits, or even if you remove a bad spirit, sometimes, like I said, there can be that lingering energy, and hoja santa is very good at removing that. And yerba buena is like spearmint or mint, and it's very good for refreshing things. So I'm going counterclockwise because I'm trying to remove something. So I'm just making this into a powder as much as I can. The eucalyptus leaves are kind of hard to grind up, but that's fine, because I'm going to have this oil which has eucalyptus in it. So if you can't tell, for uncrossing, I like to use cool herbs, and for block busting, I use hot, but I'm doing both in this spell. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. Okay, and I do make custom powders. I don't have them listed on my website, but if you just message me, I'll cut you a deal on them, okay? I love making powders. I love keeping them on hand, because they're super handy. Like when I just need to put a spell together, I already have it. Okay, so I already cleansed this candle with Florida water, You can also cleanse it with holy water, Colonia 1800, anything like that. And I also have a towel on hand because your hands will get messy between the oil and the herbs and stuff. And I don't want to get oil on my hands and get it on everything else. Okay, so like I said, I cleanse the candle, and then this is my uncrossing oil. I'm just going to take a little bit of this in my hand. This is my own personal bottle that I use. It's not listed on my website. I'm still working on that, deciding when I want to sell and when I don't. But if you really need some uncrossing oil, I will make it for you. When I rub that in my hands, I get it good and hot. And then since I'm removing something and trying to push away stuff, I'm going to go down. Okay? And I've already prayed over this candle and baptized it in the name of my client, so that it represents him. And you guys can tell, look at my nails. I don't have my nails done right now because I've been so busy working. And it's just a mess. Like, my nails will break if I'm working so much and getting my hands dirty and stuff, so. But I'm just trying to remember to go downward because I'm not trying to bring stuff to us, I'm trying to remove it. So I make sure, I'm going to put a little bit more oil, because the more oil that you put, the easier it's going to be for the herbs to stick to the candle. So again, I'm warming up in my hands, pushing downward, making sure to get his feet and his head. Okay, and I also get the bottom of it, because that's going to be touching the petition. Alright, now for my favorite part. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure you guys are in frame here. Okay, I have a white paper plate. Okay, I'm going to take a pinch of these herbs that I ground up and just sprinkle them all over. You guys are going to see very quickly why I have a towel on hand and why I do this over a plate. And you can pray over the powder before you put it on the candle. Ask it to remove any specific blockages, like mental blockages, spiritual blockages, cross conditions, bad luck. Again, making sure to get the head and the feet. And then eventually, I will just take my entire bowl and just pour it like that. Okay. Alright. And then, if this was a like white porcelain plate, what I would do is I would write my petition. Okay, I don't have time to show you guys how to write a petition right now, but I do believe I have a previous video on it on my witchy tutorials playlist on my channel, so go check that out. But I would put it underneath the candle and line it up. Oh yeah, you guys, I forgot the blockbusting candle, or blockbusting powder. I'm so like out of it. My coffee has not kicked in yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this powder in my hand and just sprinkle it like that. Or you can just take the whole package. Again, making sure to get the feet. And the head. It looks pretty gnarly, doesn't it? And I do have to warn you, if you make a powder with like pepper and stuff, when it catches fire, depending on what you're using, it can produce like a problematic odor, because you're literally burning peppers. So just be mindful of that if you're sensitive. And the more herbs that you have, the more this candle is going to spark. So make sure that you have like fireproof stuff that you're using, and that you keep your eyes on the candle at all times. But what I would do after I was done writing out the petition is I would anoint the petition with oil. So I would do, like I do in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And then I do one in the middle. And then, let's say there's writing on here. I'm going to fold it away from me. And then I turn it left counterclockwise and do it like that. And you can tie it if that's easier, if you want to. You don't have to fold it up. And then I would put it either underneath the candle or underneath the plate. Line up the candle and let it burn down. Obviously, like I said, use a porcelain or a fireproof plate. Do not use a paper plate because it's paper and it will catch fire. Okay? This is just for preparing the stuff. But what I do... Oh. I'm new to filming these tutorials, you guys. Okay, be patient with me. But, that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and get a white saucer plate to put this on. And then what I would also do is, like, get some herbs and put it all around the plate. And let it burn down and then throw the wax away. Alright? So, I hope this helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm new to making these tutorials, so just bear with me a little bit. But I am here if you guys need some custom spell work, if you need some rituals done, or a candle lit or something, or a powder made, I will do it all, okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.